Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. I don't know if I am paused yet or if there's a delay. I can't tell, but if you guys can hear me, just give it a thumbs up real quick. If anybody's even watching, it says there's 12 watching, so I'll run with that. At any rate, yeah, you can hear me, right? I'm guessing. There it is. There it is. Dungeon Master, Rusty James, Bob Lindsay, Heidi Hatfield. Here we go. Silver Slipper. Here we go. Mike Gottweld. The Surgeon. Carla P. Raymond Bradley. Nature Nurture. Everybody hates when you go through the comments, except if you're in the comments, then you love it. You see what I mean? It's crazy, but whatever. 5x5, Richie. Thank you. Raymond Bradley. Kev W. What is up, brother? Desi Cantor. Birdie Bear. How are you? The Truth Puzzle Life. Teresa C. I see you there. Peter Pepper Love. That's a good name. That's a good name. That is a good name. Okay. NW, Northwest Nature Lady. There's no T in Richie, but how are you? How are you? What's up, American Mexican gunslinger? I've said this last time, but I met him and his wife and his kids way out in Sacramento. That was awesome, right? Really? There's no sound? Why would one dude say there's no sound? That's obnoxious because everyone else can apparently hear me. So, at any rate, me too. Me too. It's been longer than that too. But that's when I was 27 Tub Guy. That was the original name of the YouTube channel. Because I never planned on being Richie from Boston. That just happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bear Uden. What's up, brother? Yeah, I figured that out. People bust your balls. It happens. Joe Potter, what's up? All right. You never thought you'd see me on YouTube again? Yeah, you and me both. It was a weird state of events, but whatever. At any rate. All right. So if you live down south, you guys have been getting absolutely smited by the weather, correct? And that's a thing because it's making its way up here right now. And it's no secret. It's no secret whatsoever at all what it is that they're doing. They're literally controlling the weather. They've been doing it for a long time. And we got a nor'easter coming, and we usually don't get nor'easters in May. You know what I mean? But here they come. Bear Juice says it's 100 degrees in Florida. Well, it's Florida, you know what I mean? But you guys haven't gotten any rain, if I'm correct, right? Are you guys having quite a bit less rain? Yeah. Upstate New York, I'm guessing. Probably. Yep. We got weird weather. We got, like I said, we got a nor'easter coming, which means it's coming directly at that door. Because if you open that door, you are looking the opposite of northeast, whatever that is, southwest. So it comes directly at my door. And the funny thing is, I was talking to my brother. Yeah, I thought I was awake. I was talking to my neighbor. I don't have any brothers or sisters, but whatever. I was talking to my neighbor, and he was like, dude, the weather's been, regular, and all the flowers are popping. Like it's spring. So spring is springing as it's known to do. And all of a sudden everything's going down because it's freakishly cold out. It's cold, it's gray, and a nor'easter brings tremendous winds. Not that we haven't had 50 to 70 mile an hour winds for the last 3 days to boot. You know what I'm saying? So the weather has been absolutely unspring-like, but that's because they control the weather. They absolutely, without a doubt, control the weather. It's right there in your face. I mean, seriously, look at the map. This is live right this minute, right now. I live, how can I do this? I live right here, and the storm is coming right at me. But the weird thing is we're getting a nor'easter, so it should be coming the other way. Yeah, that's accurate. But it's coming up from underneath us. But if you notice all of these NEXRADs and Dopplers that the FBI is now keeping an eye on because a militant group of conspiracy theorists, according to the FBI, are going to start taking them out, which would be an impossible task. First of all. Second of all, it would be domestic terrorism. And, you know, you play stupid games, you will win stupid prizes. And that's all there is to it. But here's the fun part. You see this? You can literally watch these things lighting up and pushing the storm. You see what I'm saying? And wherever they want the storm to be is wherever it goes. And if they want it to hang around for 2-3 days, like the hurricane, they kept going out to sea and coming back to Texas and just absolutely demolishing them a couple of years back. Well, that's what they'll get. It looks like a little rain's coming down here in Florida, but then it just disappears. Weird, huh? Weird. We live in a crazy time, man. I don't even know how else to explain it whatsoever at all. It's crazy. And I haven't heard, maybe. All the birds chirping at midnight at 3 a.m. like they lost track of time. I don't know about that because we barely have any birds around here at all, you know, and that's my thing. I pay attention to outdoors. I pay attention to the sky, the sun, the moon, the stars, and animals. You know what I'm saying? Without a doubt, they've got an app for that. Without a doubt, they can make it rain or not rain whenever they want, but they're using it for evil. And here's the fun part about all this, because this just popped up in the news the other day, and it basically says what I was guessing the deal was, and that is, I got to go through all these. I got a whole ton of links open that I wanted to show you, but this right here, this is all over the news. Climate change could drive surge in foreclosures and lender loss, new study finds. So what they're saying is that because of the weather, all of a sudden, I'm trying to share this and it's not working. This kind of sucks. Oh, here we go. All of a sudden, people are losing their houses and banks are swooping right in like they're supposed to, and they're foreclosing on these people. But look at this title right here, Yahoo News. Climate change is coming for the housing market because everyone's houses are getting destroyed, which destroys their life. It probably destroys their livelihood, because if your house got destroyed, chances are you live close to where you work, and your job probably got destroyed if you even have a job and you haven't been replaced by an electronic robot as of yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's a thinly veiled threat. Climate change is coming for the housing market. Isn't that nice, huh? And it's all over the news. It's all they're talking about completely. And then you see something like this. See, you can't even stack these up. This is lame. I had all of these in a nice order, and I still can't even present them in that particular manner, which pisses me off, but whatever. Will you support the new Green Deal now? CBS News. Climate change will drive surge in foreclosures and lender loss, new study finds. You see where we live right now? We literally live in a comic book, except this comic book sucks and nobody wants it. You know what I mean? I agree. We do not consent, but still, here we are, and it just keeps on rolling, man. It will not stop whatsoever at all. Silence is compliance is a great name, because silence is consent. Talking about it and doing nothing about it, you're basically saying, well, it pisses me off, but go ahead. I'm not going to do anything. Ghost Rider, you're killing me. I caught my sex bot watching this channel, and she looks at me and says, am I alive? Dude, that's creepy, man. It's creepy, but it's funny. At any rate, so basically what they're doing here is they're using the weather and then telling you, hey, listen, the weather's going to completely blow your house down, but you know what? We'll help you out because we're the government. We've been taking well over 30% of what you've made your entire life, no matter what, whether it was from working, inheritance, lottery winnings. If you won in Vegas, we took our piece. We don't care. But when the weather attacks you, can't help you. Nothing we can do. It's not like we're in charge of the banks. We're just the government. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Actually, we're the government, and what the government is supposed to do is protect you from banks coming in and foreclosing on you because of a natural disaster. But they know it's not a natural disaster because they're causing them. Do you see what I'm saying? But I mean, it's right in your face now. Are you ready to accept the new Green Deal now? Like, have you had enough as of yet? They're literally wiping people out in places where they need to put smart cities, or there's minerals so they can feed their beast, because AI will never stop saying, I need more. I need more. And if you don't believe that, look at this fun new little weapon that they just developed right here. And look what it says, because it'll make a lot of sense if you understand that. Where is it? Boom, right here. One of my subscribers, Barbara, sent me this link, and I already knew about this, but she reminded me about it. But the most powerful U.S. laser just hit an astounding 2 petawatts. 2 petawatts. And that's over 100 times the global electricity output. Well, we don't live on a globe, but if we did, it uses 100 times of the juice that we put out. How does that math even math? Do you see what I'm saying? How does it even math? I don't understand it whatsoever at all, but they're telling you a burst of energy more powerful than any other laser in the United States just fired from the Zeus facility at a jaw-dropping 2 petawatts. That's 2 quadrillion watts in a single pulse. It's a flash so brief it just lasts 25 quintillionths of a second. But it's enough to show up on a, it's enough to show up on a radar, something like, well, gee, I don't know, something like this probably. Yeah, this takes too long. I had to do this faster. I don't know how. I bet you the laser shows up just like this one right down here by Texas and Oklahoma. You know what I mean? I bet you that probably puts out a couple of quadrillion petawatts of power or whatever. But I mean, they're literally telling us the formula. And this stuff was all literally conspiracy theory years ago. I had my yearly wood bees on my porch. I don't know what that means. The bees that land on your railings and they eat the railing and then they go make a hive. Is that what you're saying, Kelly? I think I know what you're talking about because I've seen them out in Colorado. At any rate, these guys are literally telling you every single solitary day they've got a new horrible weapon that they've designed that doesn't help humanity in any way whatsoever at all, but it will help them get their agenda, which is literally foreclosing on your houses and taking everything away. And that's exactly what they're doing. And they don't seem to have any end in mind. You know what I mean? They just keep on making these insane machines, things like this, because Zeus is bad, but it's not as bad as it gets because they keep making more machines or revealing them to us like this. This is a beast right here. Warden is a waveform agile radio frequency directed energy weapon. I've been reading about this for about a month and a half now, and I wasn't quite sure what it was until I spoke to a few other people, and they told me that it's what I thought it was. It's a waveform agile radio frequency directed energy. Warden. I'm surprised they couldn't figure out how to get Satan out of that, or Lucifer, or Beelzebub, or the Antichrist, but they couldn't. So warden, you know what a warden is, right? You know what a warden is? You do, right? A warden's when you're in a cell. Yeah, there's a bunch of correctional officers, and they all report to the warden because he's in charge of the enormous jail. But I'll digress. The warden is a computational model to extend the range and effectiveness of high-power microwave systems for backdoor attacks. HPM systems are a class of directed energy weapons that don't exist, but if they did, well, actually, I guess they do exist now. Remember when they didn't, but now they do? Yeah, weird how that happens. That use electromagnetic EM radiation to disrupt, disable, and damage targeted electronic components and circuits. So they figured out this new little system right here. One of them can just blow you off the face of the earth, and the other one can just completely and tactically shut you down in a backdoor attack. And then, of course, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? You know the answer. China, Russia, conspiracy theorists, You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful how they're just setting this entire system up, because if they used a tenth of the brain power and the money that they put into these absolute abominations to help humanity, we wouldn't be in this boat. But they don't choose that. That's not their cup of tea. That's not how they roll. That's not what they're pitching. Do you see what I'm saying? It's absolutely unbelievable how these guys are doing this, and regular people don't see it. It's just, I don't know, nothing to see here. It's bad weather. It's climate change. Meanwhile, everyone just keeps cutting down trees. No big deal. It's climate change. It's cutting down trees, filling the atmosphere with barium, strontium, aluminum, and whatever else I've been quacking about for the last 15 plus years now. I didn't think I'd still be here. I didn't think I'd still be here right now to actually see everything that we postulated over a decade ago. It's actually news now, and people still don't care. And if you tell them about it, they still won't believe it. And you show them the article, they'll say, but that's for something else. That's for America. That's to make America great again. America. It's unbelievable. Trump steps into office, gives $500 billion to the richest people on earth. And people are like, see, Trump, America. Yeah. It's insane, man. It's absolutely, totally insane. But they're still working on making it worse. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is what it is. Because this right here, this fun little thing just will not go away whatsoever at all. Underwater volcano could erupt on the Pacific coast May 21st, 2025. I've been keeping an eye on this and telling my people that live out in Oregon about this. It isn't just there. You know what I'm saying? They're talking about this all across the boards, and they're talking about it up to the minute. You know what? Does that make sense? They're talking about it every single solitary day on every single platform. May 20th, 2025, 8:58 p.m. Scientists monitoring axial seamount say the deep sea volcano could erupt by late 2025 for the first time. It's all they will talk about. And then we've got mysterious volcanic, not volcanic, I'm sorry. We've got mysterious earthquake activity happening at the same time in that area. And I can't tell if it's part of the deal, but it does make sense when you had those recently, if you recall, we had those explosions. I'm sorry, we had earthquakes in California, and people were on the news saying it wasn't like an earthquake, it was just like a giant explosion. And I kept thinking to myself, because they're softening up the ground out there, or whatever this volcano is, it's going to be man-made. I know that sounds absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous, but I really do believe they have an app for that, because setting off earthquakes and setting off volcanoes is something that HAARP can do. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is all they're talking about. This isn't an old story. I've been watching this story for a couple of months. I think I've mentioned it in a couple of past videos, but if you live in Oregon, and I know you, I've sent this to you, and you know I have, they're talking about this every single solitary day. That tells me that they're getting ready to do this. And I'm guessing setting off a volcano or making it appear as though a volcano is going off is a hard job. I've done a lot of things on this earth, and the level of difficulty would probably be fairly, I don't know what I just did. Pressing a lot of buttons. I was ready. Is there a Rockefeller Science Center on the Oregon's coast? Is there? Because I've been out there a million times. I didn't see that, but is that a fact, or are you asking? I can't tell. Without a doubt. No doubt they do. Everybody thinks they use HAARP to control the weather. They don't. They use NEXRADs and Dopplers. That's exactly why suddenly the FBI is telling them people like you and I are getting ready to attack them. It's too big. It wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you can do. That ain't one of them. But NEXRAD and Doppler control the weather. They can intensify it. They can mitigate it. If there's a storm coming and they got something they need to do, they can push it in another direction or simply disperse it. or they can steer it. They just keep lighting these things up and they push it. I mean, you can see it happening right this second. There you go. Which way's the storm going? I mean, you can see it, but they can do that to do all sorts of wacky, fun, little crazy things, and they do. So it's astonishing to me. But to see them in the newspaper saying, well, these storm victims, the only way we can help them is to foreclose on them. Because, I mean, America, man, absolutely America. It's crazy to me, but they're basically rubbing it in your face, like climate change is coming for your home. Is that what is that? Let's just call it what it is. Just call it what it is. Scumbag billionaires are coming for your home. When I was a kid, I don't even think there was such thing as a billionaire. Now everybody's a billionaire and everybody else is broke. You know what I'm saying? It's insane, man. It's insane. These guys are making moves. And here's the biggest, craziest thing that I've heard in a long time. In a long, long time. Somebody's because I keep an eye. Here, look at this. I've got all these channels going at one time. Okay. And as you can see, I'm uploading to all these channels. So if you're not subscribed to the band one, you should be. If you're not subscribed to RFB2, the main channel, you should be. Because every single day, RFB2, I upload to. I've been trying to. It's not easy when you've got all these channels now, but I'm trying to reestablish my presence because it seems like we are in a bit of a pickle right now. RFB3, this video, The Discovery That Changes Human History, this is badass. Israelites are not in Israel. Good videos, good videos. So subscribe to them because you never know when, like when I woke up last time and I was erased from the internet, I didn't see that coming. I knew it was coming, but I just didn't really think they had the balls to do it. And then next thing you know, I was gone. I used to be able to just type in RI and it would finish. Richie from Boston. Did it for years. And if you remember, after I messed around with CERN and they had to actually answer me with the human sacrifice or the mock human sacrifice ritual at CERN, next thing you know, you type it in Richie from Boston, and it would say Richie from Boston found dead. Do you remember that? Remember that? Yeah, that was a thing, man. The good old days. Exactly. But something that's popped up, which I find funny, somebody in the comment section said, what do you think about your man Trump now? He's icing Israel. So is he still a Zionist? Are you really that gullible? Is Trump still a Zionist? Absolutely. Trump openly, literally pretending to not like Israel is part of the plan because the mainstream people, even dumb liberals or whatever you call them, the blue-haired, non-binary people literally think that Israel's bad. So, of course, Trump's going to go that route. But meanwhile, Israel's still doing exactly what Israel wants to do, which is to literally wipe out all those people on the Gaza Strip, start an enormous war with Iran. Trump doing nothing is literally helping them. Okay? Trump not intervening is helping them. That entire event that occurred that started off this war that's been going on for 590 something days, Trump doing nothing helps them. They're doing what they want. They're raising the land. They're literally committing genocide on an entire race. And it turns out, according to genetic studies, the people that are getting wiped out might actually be the people from the Bible. How crazy is that? I postulated it before. I thought about it before. Couldn't prove it. And now it turns out there's actually genetic proof.
Go ad free, fight censorship, and
dude, shut up. At any rate, it's crazy that people fall for this so easily. Trump's he's not one of them. Dude, he's been a Zionist forever. Where do you think he got his billions from? When he went bankrupt, who backed him? Do you think that just goes away? This is all public perception. They know what we think. They know what the dumb sheep think. And they're just simply feeding the sheep. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to feed them. At any rate. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Not, it's being live streamed. I believe that you're referring to wiping that whole race of people out. Not only is it being live streamed, I mean, I've shown you this before in a video, but they're already selling the land. So they're in the middle of a war. Everything's being bombed to absolute smithereens, and they're literally selling the land online now. Hey, do you want to buy land in the beautiful Gaza Strip? What are you talking? It's been going on. There's been a war for 2 years. No, it'll be fine. They'll be gone. Don't you worry. We've got a plan, and they do. And Trump's playing his role. Doing nothing helps Israel do exactly what they want to do. Period. That's all. If anyone's dumb enough to believe the pomp and circumstances or the bread and circus that they're putting out, have at it. But I'll tell you what, Trump hasn't done one single solitary thing in this country to help America in any way whatsoever at all. Well, ICE has thrown out a couple thousand people in a little over 6 months. Cool. So at that rate, in about 40 years, maybe they'll get rid of the 13 million they let in the last 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Well, Biden is one of them. Biden and Trump are the same interchangeable face. Biden is Trump, is Obama, is George Bush, is George Herbert Walker Bush, is Bill Clinton. It's all the same. Only the names are changed. You see what I'm saying? And yes, that is a very cool song. I've used it, and I got a copyright strike. They can. Indeed. I totally, completely, and 100% agree. So, exactly. I mean, how crazy was that? Donald Trump repost that thing, Trump Gaza Plaza, and there's men with beards and boobs dancing around, and Trump's all fat and gold. It was disgusting. And here's the other thing. I'll post this in a regular video because I don't know how to show you a video on this and the audio. I don't know how to do that as of yet. It's been a while. And this is the good StreamYard. I paid for this, so, but whatever. Yeah, Trump, Netanyahu was being interviewed, and he literally said, "We are in the end times. The signs are all around us." And I'm like, holy cow. For him to say that takes a lot. You know what I mean? It absolutely takes a lot. So I agree, brother. I agree. Hegelian dialectic. You're not alone, Cindy, at all. You're not alone. It's not just, I know so many people who have family members that don't talk to them whatsoever at all. You see, I'm smart enough to know my father and his wife live right downstairs. I don't bring this up to them, and I don't bring it up to them because it will cause an issue. I just say nothing. I never told them who I was. They found out who I was because when you're all over the internet for almost 2 decades, people tend to find you. You know what I'm saying? So I just keep the peace. It is what it is, man. And I absolutely do. I pray for them big time. So, and it is crazy. Exactly. MAGA, the magician. I mean, you heard it from Marina Abramovich herself on numerous occasions saying that Trump is a great magician. And she wasn't saying it, she was saying it for real. And I completely agree. And it's amazing that the word MAGA in every single solitary language means head magician. In the Satanic Church, MAGA is as high as you go. Just crazy, man, because he's not making America great whatsoever at all. So that's easy enough. Oh, yeah. No kidding. Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw a woman, and I don't get into that because you know what? Who cares? I don't care what they are. They're evil. I don't care. People getting caught up when, oh, this movie star is secretly a man. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. There's bigger fish to fry, and there's bigger things that make sense to focus on. You know what I mean? Unless you've got never-ending time and you don't plan on doing anything except sitting in front of a computer and memeing and reading memes and reposting memes. Oh, look at that meme. 0 links, 0 information, 0 proof, words. And it's amazing because those memes make people believe things that somebody just typed. No proof, no real, nothing to it. Blah, blah, blah. It's amazing. So it is what it is. Whatever. So these guys are getting ready to completely and totally destroy this place, man. And they are. And I mean, it looks like we're on deck right now because that storm is right outside. I just took the strawberry plants down because they're going to get blown away. It's our turn. But holy cow, the people down in Kentucky got smited. Missouri, everybody keeps getting smoked. And people still aren't catching on. They're like, gee, we're having 150% more tornadoes than usual this time of the year. Darn it. You know, you got to give it to them because they're tough people, man. One tornado is too many for me, but holy cow, they have them all the time, man. Wide open spaces have their downside. You know what I mean? So I agree. I totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah. Well, here's the other thing. I've never seen so much, influencers. I've never seen such a thing in my life. You guys remember this person? Speaking of influencers, I might as well do this now. You remember this? This Austria's bearded lady wins Eurovision contest, and everybody was so happy about this. This right here. Yeah, right. You see it here. Take a close look. You see that? You see that funny little thing right there? Well, YouTube has its own one of these, and it's huge. It's absolutely huge. And it's called Moist Critical. And it has 16 million subscribers. It makes videos on absolutely nothing all day long and gets 1 million views with its eyes closed. You know what I'm saying? 1 million views with its eyes closed. And it's an amazing thing because this dude, he put a video up that had something to do with what I talk about in it. And somebody said, you need to hear this. And at the beginning of the video that he put up just days ago, he said, well, guys, sorry I haven't uploaded because I've had COVID for the 5th time. COVID for the 5th time in the year 2025. And then I thought to myself, that's why he's got so many followers, because the dude's a boob. He's like 30-something years old. He's about this tall. He looks like that lady boy I just showed you. And he's the most sarcastic dude who references anime and video games. He's a 30-something-year-old man who speaks in anime and video games because that's what men do, right? Men play video games all day. That's all you should do. It's just don't go outside. Don't worry about anything. Just play video games. You know, it's astonishing to me how video games took over. And then people like this, 16 million subscribers, 1 million views, 2-3 times a day. The kid's an absolute millionaire, period. But then, yeah, don't text me when I'm live streaming. Not that they would know, but whatever. The dude comes on and says, I've had COVID for the 5th time. Oh, what are you even? How is that word even still around right now? How are you that big on YouTube and it had the information hasn't accidentally trickled into your ear? I've had it for the 5th time. So those millions of people hear it and they're like, yep, he's had COVID because COVID, good thing we got our vaccines because we wouldn't be able to play video games. We wouldn't be able to masturbate watching anime because that's a thing. People are literally pleasuring themselves to cartoons. Wow. No wonder we don't follow the Constitution because the Constitution wasn't written for these people. These people are what are called NPCs. It's pathetic. It's disgusting. It's like cardboard cutouts with an opinion that run around. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. And this thing actually, Charlie, Moist Critical, actually debated some kid named Sneeko, who's another complete and utter jerk off. But apparently he got kicked off of whatever platform he was on. So he decided to pretend to be someone like me and start talking about things that I've always talked about. And he ended up getting in a debate with this dude, Moist Critical, or Charlie. And Charlie was defending children getting sex changes under the age of 10, surgical. And then went, oh, I didn't mean to say that. But you just did, dude. You just did. And when you say things to an audience that looks to you like, because people see people in a screen and like all they keep thinking, whether they realize it or not, television, movie stars, because we've always grown up to believe that people on TV are much more important than people like us because, dude, they're on TV. Well, really? Really? Yeah, just keep. I love that. I love that. I love that noise. That noise doesn't affect my blood pressure at all. I love that. And I forgot what I was just talking about. No, I don't. We grew up thinking that people in a television were important because that's why they started paying sports people ridiculous $100 million to bounce a ball or to run with a ball. Wow, what a credit to humanity. Oh, wow, we are saved now because this dude can dunk. Wow. They did that by design because now everybody wants to be that person. Now they can charge ridiculous money. It was a beautiful system, but now they've done it with social media. Do you know what I'm saying? As long as you play ball, sky's the limit. Talk about the disease of the day. Millions of subscribers, no problem whatsoever at all. Talk about what I talk about, you get taken down for 5 years. 5 years. I did 5 years. Richard, we're so glad you're back. I never stopped making videos ever. I was on BitChute. I was on Richie from Boston TV. I was on Rumble, and I was on Odyssey because that's all I could do. And then I did have one channel that YouTube didn't mess with because they didn't know it was me until I started talking like this in my videos. And then I destroyed that channel, which bums me out because I enjoyed that channel. That's where I put all my good video. And yeah, it just sucks. It is what it is. What are you going to do? But whatever. Yeah, bread and circuses, without a doubt, indeed. So I live off the Gulf Coast of Mexico. I was at the beach yesterday, watched the sunset. It was the weirdest thing, like the sun melted into the ocean. That happens. That happens. Jailbreak got 60 to 80,000 views, up to 500,000 or more on every upload. And then I started talking about the Mexican border. Then I started going there, etc., and posting it because I'm thinking to myself, at this point, I don't care. This is the biggest platform I had. I have 150,000 subscribers. I started posting it and they started smoking it. So, yeah, shadow banning is real. I've been talking about it for 10 years. People don't get it till it happens to them. So, at any rate. All right, guys, I am going to wrap this up. I'm working on a video for tomorrow, so it is what it is. Oh, yeah? Yeah? You know what you had? You had the flu. And then you watch some jerk off on TV, on YouTube, tell you that it's in the fog. Yeah. Injected or your body got sick. Injected or your body got sick. My opinion? No. 13 active medical doctors that I had on during the pandemic that explained that and the science behind it ad nauseum. You don't get sick from a little kid. You don't get sick from anything other than your body got sick because you eat garbage, or it was your time to get sick, or it's injected. You didn't get it from the fog, okay? There's a YouTuber that's putting out, this kid's an idiot, and I'm just going to say it. He posts stupid thumbnails with his dumb face right there for whatever reason, and then says they're using a secret frequency, and he gets one subscriber to email him, and then he runs with it, or he'll pull it off of TikTok. According to TikTok, Arizona is overrun with UFOs right now. The fun part about that is I have about 40 friends in Arizona. I have about 2,000 subscribers in Arizona. And out of those friends, 3 of them are astronomers. You know why I know them? Because that's what I like. I do astrophotography. I said, are you guys getting overrun with UFOs you see in TikTok? They're like, yeah, that's not accurate. It's TikTok. And you got people that are literally making videos about it like it's stone cold facts. Yeah. Yeah. Don't believe the fog's making you sick, dude, okay? Don't believe that. That's just, I don't even know what to tell you. If that's upsetting to you, oh well. It is what it is. They have not been able to, did you just say that for real? They have not been able to isolate it yet? I'm hoping you're new or you're doing that just to bust my balls, but they're isolating COVID. COVID wasn't real, dude. COVID wasn't a bioweapon. COVID was simply taking every single thing that people died from or got sick from and relabeling it. And they all got paid to do that. We showed all the paperwork. We showed them saying it on national TV from the White House. So anybody that still pushes that, I don't know what to tell you. At any rate, Richie from Boston. I'm leaving before I punch my screen. I'm out.